Oh man, people still have not learned their lesson. Oh, it's just too funny. It is. It is. So, Errol Spence is just being Errol Spence. This is a guy that we've been seeing get fat and get out of shape. This is a guy who's telling you, belts don't feed my kids, and whatever else he took shots at other guys, you know, who have a legacy. And he was telling you the whole time he just cares about the money. I'm surprised you guys are finally coming to this realization. Like, it's just too laughable at this point. But yeah, you're not a professional. Yeah, every time we see you on the internet, you're doing something dumb, you know. He was doing good there for a while by hiding and not really addressing, you know, media and all that, or going on barbershop conversations or whatever he usually typically does. And people just play around and act like he can do no wrong. You know, I see these victim stories popping up on some of these channels, like Spence fans are abandoning Spence. Like, we told you this guy was a fad. You know, nothing new under the sun. Another day, Errol Spence is fat, and no, he's not in the gym, guys. What did you expect Errol Spence to be doing? I'm pretty sure he's in the club. We don't even have to speculate. I'm pretty sure he was in the club last night, guys. I'm pretty sure he was getting drunk and doing dumb stuff, you know, and then he ate afterwards. You know, he probably, you know, those 24-hour Mexican places, you know, that'll be open at night after you get out of the club. You know, I'm pretty sure he hit up one of those spots. Guys, you don't have to, this is not guesswork. And it should not be no shock or surprise to anyone. The dude been only caring about a paycheck, man. You know, and you guys are sitting here still claiming that his wife or girlfriend, whoever she is, drugged him. I've seen that be put back out there again. You know, Crawford still had to pad his glove. You know, it had nothing to do with this guy that doesn't train hard. Even for the Mickey Garcia fight and stuff. You know, I don't even train. I only trained just when the PBC people came by. That's when I started doing push-ups and sit-ups in there. Seriously, guys, this has been the story this whole time. He's not a professional, and he's going to get beat again, and he's going to get beat quicker this time. I don't think he's going to take as much punishment. Like, I think Crawford's already, you know, unloaded on him. You know, the 5 or 6 years when this dude was ducking there playing games with him. Crawford went in there and he tried to punish him. He could have finished Spence a lot quicker, you know what I'm saying? But he was in there to really punish Spence. We've done so many videos on this already. We talked about how, you know, Crawford, he's typically better at putting his punches together and things like that. We didn't really see that till the end of the fight. You know, when he juggles his opponents, he was typically only landing about 1 or 2 punch shot combinations on Spence, and he'd give up. But like I said, he really carried Spence, and you can tell he really made it a point to punish this dude because that's what Spence said he was going to do to him. Let's go ahead and have the fight at 154 pounds. Spence, who already looks like he's about 180, which is his typical weight. You know, this is nothing new. Again, I guess it'll be a little bit easier for him because he doesn't have to cut that last 7 pounds, but it's the same deal. He looks all sloppy still. When you look at him when he was younger, compared to what he looks like now, he looks like a dude that, you know, you can tell does drugs, drinks, and does stuff like that. He's kind of aged out in the face more. His face don't look the same. So, I mean, this is just a guy, you know, he's pretty much screwed at this point. He's just like Keith Thurman. He's just like Danny Garcia and all those guys. They don't really have that hunger. You know, they've been in the silk sheets too long. You know, you were already given your silk sheets before you were given belts. You know what I'm saying? You fight in these fights that seem like they're silent agreements. And in true PBC fashion, a lot of these guys, they just get outright exposed. When they finally fight someone Al Haymon doesn't want them to fight, you know? It's going to be the same result. It's going to be the same thing. I just got Crawford knocking out Spence quicker if they can make this fight. I've been seeing what's been going on with Al Haymon and PBC. I've been hearing some things. They don't want to give him a a budget or anything like that. They just want to do the distribution. Al Haymon finally has to front his own bill. You know, guys, this has been a train wreck from the beginning, guys. It really has. It literally is a consistent pattern of these guys. Like, they get drunk, they start hanging out with rappers. You know, they're not focused on their true profession. They want to be a character that Al Haymon wants them to be. This stuff, it's always the same story, and it's always going to play out the same. Even Jamal Charlo, you know, he's an alcoholic, and you can see the damage he's gone through as well. He's a broken man himself too. You know, it's a sad story, man. It really is. And at the end of the day, I just don't understand what is Al Haymon needed. You know, he's not successful in the sport of boxing. It's a fake it till you make it little grift. You know what I'm saying? He's gone from network to network to network, and he's burned bridges all along the way in the path. You know, and now you can't really get these companies to really front you money anymore, you know, so you can go and do this other nonsense that you're trying to do and accomplish. You know, you're not taking care of your fighters. They fight maybe once a year, if that. Some of these guys, they go years without fighting, as we see. Again, it's all consistent. There's a consistent pattern of this. And again, people want to give Al Haymon credit for Floyd Mayweather, but I mean, I don't see how people can do that. I really don't, especially when Floyd was working with other promoters, which goes against Al Haymon's formula. You know, when Floyd did fights for Golden Boy, those fights were huge, you understand? Those were his best numbers, minus the Manny Pacquiao fight. But again, he works with Dana White. You guys make a buttload of money, you understand? There's also a lot of ramblings where he just does not pay these guys. He owes so many fighters and everybody else money, even venues, you know, and he just tries to avoid them. People are claiming that's why he doesn't go out in public, because he doesn't want to get served and things like that. This has just been a joke, guys, and I still don't understand why you guys just don't look at things that are right there in front of your face, and you instead try to go with conspiracy theories that Crawford needed to load his gloves. You know, this is a man who's literally knocked out 10 or 11 his last opponents. You know, he's on a streak, but again, we got to make a conspiracy theory out of this nonsense. I don't get it. And Errol Spence himself, his knockouts have been dwindling, you know. I don't think you need much conspiracy theory to really call this situation for what it is. You're looking at the reason why Errol Spence is going to lose the rematch, if there is a rematch. I know Al Haymon doesn't want to front that bill. You know, he doesn't want to pay out to those guys, you know. You should have worked with Bob Arum. You know, he would have split the cost with you. But you wanted to do your little weirdo business formula that's a joke that centers your main focus is always fake it till you make it, instead of actually making a real good product and actually making money. You know what I'm saying? Al Haymon, their PR game is A++, but as far as producing real fighters who are really good and truly great, you know, popularity contest just does not do it for people when you come across the real deal. And that's all that was. Errol Spence finally came across the real deal. You know, you should have rematched Sean Porter. I don't think you clearly set yourself apart from Sean Porter, and Sean Porter had a better fight versus Terrence Crawford than Errol Spence did. You know, so, you know, again, I don't understand the shock. I don't understand why we have to become so deranged and, you know, create these narratives that, you know, Crawford is a cheater. He's on steroids too. You know, I also heard that was a humiliation ritual for Spence. Guys, I done heard it all when it's come to this topic. And here we are again watching this clown posing with a dog in a camera. And, you know, he looks like he can barely bend down, and he's got his weirdo fake smile. Like I said, the drugs and everything else, they've even changed like the way his face looks. So I don't know what to tell you guys. Nothing new under the sun. We will come out with more videos later. And I know I've not been talking about Fury and, you know, and everybody else. My mind's been on other things, guys. This is just for you boxing fans. we'll try to do what we can with the sport of boxing, but it is a fake sport, guys. I'm sorry, it truly is. They don't care about real fighters anymore. So, you know, there's only so much I can talk about a fake sport. I might as well talk about, you know, comic books or something when it comes to that type of stuff. If we're going to talk about fantasy, you know, I can talk about video games or something. It's sad that boxing is, you know, it is what it is today. You got fake promoters, you have fake fighters today. And then you have these fans that really buy into this stuff and they're just so gullible. But yeah, we will talk to you guys later, all right? Bye.